okay. They don't come if they don't come. Okay. Let me share the tab. Who knows what habitat is? What are habitats? Who can tell me? What are habitats?
Miss, they are living processes.
Living processes.
You are my genius brother.
Let's go through it again then. Okay?
Yes.
They're not living processes. So everybody can, let me set the background. I learned from Sir, I like this black board better than the white Jamboard. So we are doing
Yes, ma'am.
habitats. Habitats. And today's date is 31/07/23. So what does the word habitat mean? Who can tell me? Habitats means places where we live. Places where we live. Okay?
Miss, like polar bears. They live in polar region.
So basically, where all can we live? Chalo, let's see what all you say. Where all can we live? We could live on land. Land could also be of different types. We could live in water. We could live in air. So all this land, water, air, all these are called habitats. Now, what happens when we live in each of these areas? Now, for example, when we talk about just land, what do we have? We could have dry land full of sand.
Miss, wet.
We could have cold places. We could have wet places, humid places. So depending upon the climates, the land would also be different. So different climates, for different climates, what do we have to do? We have to adapt to them. What do we have to do?
That's to
Adapt,
them.
adapt to them. So how each one adapts to different types of habitats, that we'll be learning slowly, okay, through this lesson. So it's a very simple thing. Let's go through the video. None of you went through it, but except I think Harshal, but he also needs to revise it.
Yes, I am. Because I watch MakeMeGenius.com every day.
See, now it's snowing on the.
Oh, it's so cold today. I want to go outside and I want to play in the snow. Even I want to play. With these warm clothes, I feel we have adapted ourselves for the weather outside.
Adapted? What do you mean by adapted?
Oh, adapted means that we have changed ourselves for a new condition.
Okay, so Harshal, your turn.
Yes, ma'am.
What does adapt mean?
Means to become comfortable in that uh, climate.
Abhi, she said something. Hear it again. Hear it again and then tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Else for a new condition. It is
So what is it? To
Miss, you can to
change
change
ourselves,
ourselves for the new cli- climate
condition.
condition.
It could be anything, any condition. So we have to adapt whatever new condition. It could be related to climate. It could be related to our circumstances. First, we are staying with our parents, then we go out to the college, stay in a hostel. So, a new condition. So, we adapt to that condition. But here, when we are talking about habitats, places where people live or things live, animals live, plants live, those are their habitats, the places where they live. And everything, every human being, every animal, every plant has to adapt to that particular habitat, to the place where he or she lives. Okay? So adapt means that. You should write all these words down. Next will be Palak's turn, then Anjali's, then Sonia's.
It is cold outside, so we are wearing jackets and caps. So now we have adjusted ourselves to the cold conditions.
But look at this penguin. It is not wearing any jacket. How does it adapt in such a cold weather on the ice glaciers?
A genius question. Penguins do not need to wear jackets. Ice glaciers are their natural home. Animal bodies are adapted to their natural homes. The natural homes of animals are called habitats.
Habitat? Can you tell me more about habitats?
Look at these
Okay, so we can modify the habitats where places where we live, or we can say our natural homes. Okay? Or our natural homes. Now listen to it carefully. Palak, I'll ask a question.
Yes, ma'am.
animals. Tell me their natural homes.
Oh, it is a fish. Its natural home is water.
Yeah, water is a habitat for fish. What about a camel? Where does he live?
A camel.
Okay, let me ask Palak. So, which are the different habitats that we are talking about? So, first one is we said fish. I'll write the names of animals here and their natural habitat. So, what is the habitat of fish?
Water.
Water. What is the habitat of camel?
Um. Camel.
Do you know or you don't know? Huh?
Sand.
No. Okay. Watch it and then you tell me.
Camel lives in dry and sandy place, so desert is his habitat.
Good. And tell me, what about giraffe, penguin, and monkeys?
A giraffe lives in a forest. Penguin lives near the poles, and monkeys live on trees.
Okay. Now, tell me. Camel, giraffe.
Desert.
Okay. Camel, you said is?
Dry or sandy place and desert.
Dry and sandy place.
Sandy
Is
place.
always called a desert. And giraffe,
Giraffe, a forest.
forests. Okay. Then
Penguin,
penguins, hmm.
poles. Or
Polar
we can say ice glacier.
ice areas. Okay.
Mm, yes.
Okay. And was there anything else?
Monkey.
Monkeys. Where do monkeys stay?
Trees on trees.
On trees. So now each of these we'll then write the names of the habitats later. But first let us complete this. Now it is Anjali's turn.
My video is not showing.
Habitat
Okay.
is called aquatic.
What
Camel's
is
natural home is the desert. Poles are a habitat for penguins. Animals like giraffe live on the land. They are called terrestrial animals, and arboreal is the name of the habitat for animals who live on trees.
Okay. Now let me see how much you remember. So now we don't have a sixth one here, and we just go and write down the habitat, the associated name. Dry and sandy place, anyway. What do we call the habitat for the fish? What do we call it?
Aquarium.
Aquarium? nahi.
Ma'am,
Aquatic. 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 Camel, dry and sandy place. What is it called?
desert.
Desert. We have already written it. So I'll just remove it from here and we'll write it here. Desert. Next, forests and land. Next, Sonia, what is this kind of this thing called? Habitat called forests and land. Sonia, tell me.
Ma'am, can you show again?
Show again. Okay. Should I admit this boy or not? Asad is wanting to join. Him I know, but why is he always late? And then he always leaves fast. Asad,
Good evening, ma'am.
why are you always late, bete? And then you always leave also before time and you never do your homework. See, we've already almost finished this video. I'll show it again. Okay, see it again, Sonia. Asad, you also see. We are doing habitats. Different things live on in different conditions. Their natural homes, their habitats are different.
And tell me, what about giraffe, penguin, and monkeys?
A giraffe lives in a forest. Penguin lives near the poles, and monkeys live on trees.
You are right. Let me tell you the names of these habitats. A fish's habitat is called aquatic. Camel's natural home is the desert. Poles are a habitat for penguins. Animals like giraffe live on the land. They are called terrestrial animals, and arboreal is the name of the habitat for animals who live on trees.
Okay, now, Sonia, tell me. Habitat of giraffe is, what is it called?
Ma'am, terrestrial.
Spelling?
TERRESTI.
Trial, Tri, terrestrial. And penguins?
Polar.
Polar. And monkeys?
To polar.
So it's okay, ice areas. On trees, animals that live on trees, what is their habitat called? Asad, can you, let us, very good. Let me ask Asad. Asad, what is it called? Asad,
Yes, ma'am.
what is it called? Tell me quickly. Good boy. You don't remember? Chalo, you only tell me, Sonia.
Ma'am,
Who
arboreal.
remember? Spelling? Arboreal. A-R-R.
POREAL.
Very good. Arboreal. What do we call it? Arboreal. 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 This is terrestrial. 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 Polar, desert, and aquatic. Equa. आधा क पूरा व. Aquatic. Aquatic. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
So note down everything. Asad, please note down so that you do not feel left out later. Okay? So this is the video I had asked all of you to see. Itta chota sa. So this is, so what are habitats? Home sweet home. Okay, now Asad, name the habitat for this animal. Huh? Batao. Harshal, what is the habitat for this animal?
Miss Aquatic.
Spelling?
A Q
Hmm.
U A
Hmm.
T I C.
Very good. Aquatic. Good. लिखते जाओ ये असद, please. You joined the class late, so it's okay if you don't know, but write all these things down. Next. Come on. Whose turn is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Palak.
My turn.
Huh. Name the habitat for this animal. Terrestrial. Spelling?
T
Hmm.
E double R E S T R I A L.
Very good. Terrestrial. Very good. Next. Anjali. Forest habitat bola, but terrestrial habitat is right. Okay. Anjali, what is the habitat for this this?
Ma'am, polar.
Very good. Spelling?
POLAR.
Spelling?
POLAR.
Very nice. Very good. Polar. Next, Sonia, your turn. Come on. What is the habitat for this squirrel?
Ma'am, Arabian.
Kya
Miss,
bola?
it is not squirrel. It is a sloth.
Oh, yeah. Is it a sloth?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
it is a sloth. You're right. You are right, Bete. It is a sloth. Okay. So what is the, do you know how long sloths live in one place only?
Yes,
And they
ma'am. They
keep sleeping?
sleep day and night
For how?
only. Day and night they sleep
Ah,
only.
yes. Very lazy
Yes, ma'am. And
people
they hang.
on the trees. And they hang ulta upside down on the trees.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Sonia, what is the habitat of the sloth? R?
Arabian.
नहीं, अभी मैंने spelling बताई और pronunciation भी. Look at your notebook and tell me. Asad, can you tell? आप आ गए थे तब तक. R? Who can
Miss,
tell?
I can tell.
Wait,
Arboreal.
spelling?
Miss ARBOREAL.
Hmm. Arboreal. वैसे भी अगर इसको भी लोगे तो अल आ सकता है. BORE बोर. ARR boreal. Okay, Sonia? Remember it.
Yes, ma'am.
Repeat the pronunciation.
Ma'am,
Repeat.
arboreal.
Very good. So now all these live in different habitats. So this we've done. Now you know the names of the habitat. Now let's see one. We'll do one habitat today.
Good morning, children. Today we shall.
So this is about the aquatic world and life. Aquatic world कौन सा होता है? The water habitat. Okay.
Miss
So
in the
now
water.
yes. So now we'll have to
Miss
see
my turn.
how life survives in the aquatic world. Okay. So what are the different adaptations?
learn
Let's
about the various habitat, starting with the aquatic world. We already know the surrounding where an organism lives is called its habitat, like the fish lives in the water, which is aquatic habitat. The penguins live in the snowy region, the camel lives in the desert habitat. The habitat provides the organism environment to survive and reproduce. For this, it gets the food, shelter, etc. from the habitat. So, an
who
organ
can tell me whose turn is it? Asad. What kind of habitat do we live in? Do
Ma'am,
in
four type of habitat.
where do we live? Hey, what type of habitat do human beings live in? Batao.
Miss, I can tell.
Wait,
Ma'am,
wait.
I don't know.
Asad, can you
Ma'am,
tell?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, let me see. Anjali or Sonia,
Miss,
who wants to answer?
Miss my
Wait,
turn
wait,
is
wait.
it?
Wait,
Sonia,
wait. Yes, Sonia, tell me.
ma'am, we live in terrestrial.
We live in terrestrial, but do we also live in polar?
Yes, ma'am.
Do we also live in desert?
Hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, but we do not live on the arboreal, right? And we don't live in the aquatic
Miss,
habitat.
some people live.
Where? On trees.
Yes, ma'am, they build the tree house and they live.
Okay, so we live in all types of habitats? No. In water, we don't live. We just go there, do our sports, and come back.
Yes.
But in polar areas also we live. In terrestrial we live. In forest lands we live. We live on the in the deserts also we live. Okay. Yes, Asad, did you understand now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go ahead. Harshal, your turn.
Yes, ma'am.
organism gets what it needs from the environment, its habitat. But few components of the environment may cause hardship for that organism too, like the temperature. In the desert habitat, the organisms have to face extreme temperatures. On the other side, organisms in the mountain and polar habitat face freezing temperatures. Besides this, there may be many other challenges or threats an organism faces, like the limited food, shortage of water, predators, etc. The organism needs to
Okay, now first tell me, Harshal, what do you mean by predators?
Miss, predators,
Predators.
Miss, predator means hunter.
Yes, actually, right. Predators are hunters.
Miss, like lion.
Yes. So in spite of living in habitats, organisms face hardships
Yes, ma'am.
like
Miss,
what?
temperature.
Like extreme temperatures.
Miss,
What
like
else?
in desert there is hot temperature, extremely hot, and
Yes.
in polar region there is freezing temperature.
Yes. So extreme temperature. What else? Shortage of?
Water,
Yes. Or
predators.
shortage of water and food also sometimes. So they have to go, leave their children behind and go in search of food. Shortage of water and food,
Miss,
predators,
predators.
uh, and they are there in the open, and anybody can come and kill them,
Yes, ma'am.
etc. Okay, now we'll go ahead. Palak, your turn.
overcome all these hardships to survive. So let us first see the aquatic habitat and
Aquatic
understand the
world.
life in it. As we know, the life is everywhere on the earth. Different organisms find different ways to overcome the hardships in the environment to survive and flourish in their habitat. The ocean and the seas form the largest habitat on the planet. This saltwater habitat is also called the marine habitat. Some scientists believe two-thirds of the marine creatures are yet to be discovered. Surprising, isn't it? The marine habitat has amazing diversity of life, from small single-celled organisms to the world's largest animal, the blue whale, fear sharks, octopus, squids, etc.
Okay. Now, whose turn is it?
Yes, ma'am. My turn.
So tell me, which is the largest habitat on
Largest
Earth?
habitat, aquatic habitat.
How big is it?
Uh, It is very large.
How large
Two-third
of the?
marine creation.
So we'll just write, I'll not write the question. The largest habitat is the aquatic, or we also call it marine habitat. तो अभी तक हमने इतनी बार पढ़ा है, 2/3 of the earth is water. So that is why 2/3 is of the world is aquatic habitat, and they
Miss,
have
there is only 3% or 5% water of drinking, and the all is the salty water.
and all this water is salty. Drinking water. What do we call? I'll write here. Predators ke paas. Potable. Potable water means
Miss,
drinking water.
drinking water.
Drinking water without salt. Ah. And we have only 1% of the total water is potable water. Okay?
Miss, because of the minerals, the water gets salty.
Because of the minerals, the water gets salty.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
All this water is salty. But still, maximum life is there in the water only. Is there in water, in marine world.
Miss, all types of fishes,
Smallest
cells.
to largest organisms. Not only fishes, it also has plants inside it. It has
Yes,
single
ma'am.
celled, it has the biggest whales are there. Okay? Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Palak?
Yes, ma'am.
It was Palak's turn and
Yes.
Harshit is always excited to answer. Huh? Next will be Anjali's turn.
And the nice dolphins too. Most of the creatures on the earth live in the marine habitat. The life exists even more than 5,000 feet below the sea level, where sunlight doesn't reach and the temperature is very low. For example, the anglerfish lives at about 3,000 feet depth, and the long-nosed chimera lives at 8,000 feet.
Okay. Yes, Anjali. So, how deep do these aquatic organisms live? How far deep do they, and what are the problems that they face? Yes, Anjali, can you say anything?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me. I'm asking you, how deep is aquatic life? Aquatic
Ma'am, 5,000
feet. 5,000 kya? Aquatic life is exists 5,000 feet underwater. सोचो इतना सारा, हम तो 1 फीट भी नहीं जा सकते हैं. And some fishes like anglerfish and what is that? Chimera. What was the name? Long-nosed chimera.
Long nose chimera.
Long nose.
Long nose chimera.
हाँ, अब बताएगी मेरे को अंजलि. Live at how many feet? Anglerfish कितने feet deep रहती है?
3,000.
Yes, 3,000 feet. And long-nosed chimera at?
And 8,000 feet.
Yes, very good. You've been listening to the video properly. Feet. Under water. Socho. So they have to face. What are the hardships they have to face? Sonia will tell me. What are the hardships that these fish have to face? One thing is they do not get what?
Light.
They have no light. They get no sunlight and what else? And temperatures are? Sonia?
Dam temperature is low.
Very low. So ठंड भी इतनी होती है. Poor things. And no sunlight. So let's go ahead. Now, Asad, it will be your turn. I hope he's still there. Now this person is coming, Rasik, so late. Huh? So let's watch. Asad, it will be your
Depth.
turn.
There are many amazing sea plants too. The lakes, rivers, ponds, streams, etc. consist of sweet or fresh water. These habitats are called freshwater habitats. Many fish, water bugs, water lily, etc. live in the freshwater habitat. How do animals adapt to the
Okay, so we'll have to see how they adapt. First, tell me, is there any other type of aquatic habitat, Asad?
This one.
Which one? Tell me, which one is it? Aquatic life. बताओ असद. हाँ बोलो बेटे. हिंदी में भी बोल सकते हो. Whatever you've understood, just let me know. हाँ. असद, unmute yourself बेटे. असद. असद बहुत तंग करता है. असद, unmute करो. Okay, Rasik, did you hear what did you see the video just now? Rasik? हाँ बताओ. अभी हमने पहले किया था salty water का aquatic habitat, जिसमें कि कितनी बड़ी fishes, whales, dolphins, sharks, everybody lives. And small animals also live. Unicellular animals also live there. And there is plant life also under sea. And it goes down deep up to 5,000, 8,000 feet also. And aquatic life without salt water कौन सी होती है, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? बताओ. ओके, लेट्स बताओ जल्दी
सोच
से.
रहा हूँ.
सोचना क्या, अभी तो पढ़ा. अगर दोबारा से चलाना है तो बोलो दोबारा चला दो. हर्षल, कैन यू आंसर? हाँ, योर टर्न नाउ. बैक.
Miss, you can show the video.
ओके, आई विल शो द
चला
वीडियो.
दो एक बार.
हाँ, तो पहले बोलना चाहिए ना. असद
मैम
को भी
कहा
बोलना
था.
चाहिए.
हल, हल्की आवाज में कहा था।
क्यों कहा था हल्की आवाज में? जोर से बोलो, कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए बोलने का। नहीं सुना, फिर से सुना दो।
Lives at 8,000 feet depth. There are many amazing sea plants too. The lakes, rivers, ponds, streams, etc. consist of sweet or fresh water. These habitats are called freshwater habitats. Many fish, water bugs, water lily, etc. live in the freshwater habitat. How do animals adapt to the aquatic habitat? Let us see.
Okay, wait. Now first, tell me. So is there any other aquatic life also exists where?
Freshwater habitat.
Freshwater
Yes,
miss,
ma'am.
miss they are saying in between.
Nobody will say in between. You tell
Miss
me.
freshwater habitat.
Okay, aquatic life also. What is freshwater habitat? Also exists in
Fre-
freshwater habitats. What is a freshwater habitat?
Miss which content sweet water.
Which contains sweet waters. Examples?
Ponds, river, lake.
For example, ponds, rivers, lakes, brooks, etc. Okay. And here also there are different types of animals that live
Animals
in
live
this.
in freshwater habitat.
Yes. So now we go to adaptation. Adaptation for the aquatic habitat. उसके लिए what do they do?
मैम
What
ये
is
होता क्या है
different in them?
अडेप्ट?
Miss
एक्वेटिक
they
होता है बेटे पानी में जो रहते हैं। आप इतना लेट क्यों ज्वाइन हुए? पहले ज्वाइन करना था ना बच्चे।
miss they have
मैम
the gills.
एडॉप्टेटिंग का मतलब पूछा था मैं।
अडेप्टेशन का भी आप वही तो, अडेप्टेशन का मतलब भी हमने यहाँ पे किया हुआ है। ये देखो, लेट ज्वाइन करते हो फिर टू चेंज आवर सेल्स फॉर अ न्यू कंडीशन। तो अब ये वाले एनिमल्स अपने आप को कैसे बदलते हैं पानी में रहने के लिए? एक्वेटिक होता है पानी में रहना।
Miss they
हाँ,
have the gills. From that they can breathe in water and they
ओके
can survive.
okay. So is that the only adaptation? Let us see.
And
Okay, let us see. Very good. Absolutely right. They have gills.
All the organisms need to breathe in order to survive. The fishes and many other aquatic animals breathe through the gills. Unlike the fishes, which breathe through gills in the water, the dolphins and the whales, which are marine mammals, breathe air through their blowholes. A blowhole is a hole on the top of the head of the whale or the dolphin. These animals have large lungs, so they can hold the breath for few minutes.
miss
Okay.
this also the whale also have that hole.
Yes. So they all have. यहाँ पे होता है. If you see, अगर आप कभी भी दूर
On the
से
head.
सी,
बीच में होता है।
अगर देखोगे सी
मैम
में आप,
डॉल्फिन के पिक्चर में दिख भी रहा है।
हाँ ये एग्जैक्टली तो ये होल्स जो होते हैं इधर से ये ब्रीथ करते हैं, तो यहाँ से बबल्स निकलते हुए दिखेंगे आपको अगर आप
Miss
दूर
they
से
blow the
देखोगे।
water
यस
also.
मैम।
The whales blow the water from that hole.
Yes, so they blow it out and they hold the breath inside. Okay, big lungs they have, and they are anyway very huge. So, what is the adaptation that they've done for breathing? So, adaptation, first adaptation for breathing, two things. One,
Gills
gills.
and the
Number two, holes on
holes
the top.
होल
on the head.
On the top of the head or on this. And third thing, they have large lungs. Lungs
Yes,
are
ma'am.
very big so that they can keep the air
They can
inside,
store air inside
inside
the
them.
lungs.
Yes. Okay. So now let's go ahead. Anjali, your turn.
Now,
No,
how
ma'am,
can the fishes
miss,
swim
my
so
turn.
fast?
Huh?
Miss, you skipped my
Oh,
turn.
sorry. Palak's turn. Palak's turn. Sorry, sorry. Very sorry. Okay. So now see the other adaptation. How do they move so fast?
The fishes, octopus, squid, and many other aquatic animals have streamlined shape. That is, it is rounded in front and narrow in the back. This shape reduces the water resistance and they can swim through the water easily. The body of many fishes
Okay. Okay. Let's listen to this also. Then Palak will answer.
and many other aquatic animals is covered with slimy mucus, which makes the body waterproof and reduces the water resistance, making the body slippery.
Okay. Now tell me. What is the other? One adaptation was for breathing. Second adaptation is for what?
For
Second adaptation
fish and octopus
for movement.
movement. Okay.
है ना? Fast movement.
Yeah.
For fast movement. What is the adaptation for that?
Slimy mucus,
No. Streamlined body.
stream, streamlined body, which is round from front and narrow from back.
Yes. So we have a something like this. Fish की ऐसी ही होती है ना? Narrow body from back.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
It is of different fishes, ma'am.
Yes. Different shapes for different fishes, but mostly they have a streamlined body.
Miss,
Why?
also squids.
Squids, fish, all animals. So similarly, aeroplanes which we make are based on this only. They are also made streamlined. Why? Because if the more it is round, if it is very huge and round, there will be more resistance of water. So to cut through the water, we even when we swim, if we look at it, we swim in a very streamlined manner, straight, so that we can cut through the water. So that's why it has a streamlined body. Okay? For faster movement. क्या होता है उससे? Friction is lesser if we have a streamlined body. Resistance of the water, streamlined body reduces the resistance of water because lesser area it covers. And then third one was what? For
Body covered.
for waterproofing, so that they don't feel very cold all the time. If water goes inside, और so waterproofing के लिए what is the adaptation? Yes,
Slimy
but
mucus.
body covered with slimy mucus. ये समझ आ रहा है इसको? रासिक समझ आ रहा है?
यस मैम।
हाँ, तीन तरह की अभी तक हमने एडेप्टेशन कर दी, फॉर ब्रीदिंग, फॉर फास्ट मूवमेंट, फॉर वाटर प्रूफिंग. नेक्स्ट अंजलि's turn, then Sonia's turn. टाइम का पता ही नहीं चलता.
How do the animals protect themselves in the water? Many
Hmm.
sea animals use the camouflage technique, that is, getting mixed with the surroundings to save themselves in the danger, like the sea crab. Few animals even use the camouflage to catch the prey. For example, the camouflage helps the shark during hunting. If we look from
मैम
the top,
ये
its
कैमोफ्लेज क्या
back
होता है?
is dark.
Okay, let me first. किसको समझ आया कैमोफ्लेज क्या होता है?
Means they get attached to that surrounding and they can easily get they can easily prey their
नहीं,
uh,
पर
if,
camouflage, this is camouflage is used for
मैम
protection.
उसका मतलब क्या है
yes,
बता
ma'am,
रहे
कैमोफ्लेज?
हैं,
protection from the predators.
for protection and for hunting also. They also have to hunt, na? They also have to eat. So उसके लिए जो adaptation होती है, that is camouflage. Camouflage क्या होता है? Now everybody keep quiet. It is Anjali's turn. First, let me explain what camouflage means.
मैम उसका
Camouflage means,
मीनिंग
हाँ, camouflage का meaning होता है to become like one's surroundings, like one's surroundings. जैसे, और ये बहुत सारे animals, not only aquatic, this is done by many animals, even arboreal animals, they do this. क्या करते हैं, वो ऐसा अपने आप को बाहर से बना लेते हैं कि जैसा भी environment हो, जैसे अभी
Mixed chameleon.
chameleon is in the terrestrial area, but here we are talking about, अंजलि बताओ, क्रैब ने क्या कैसा बनाया अपने आप को, कैसे कैमोफ्लेज किया, देखो यहाँ पे और बताओ अंजलि।
Ma'am, he
Camouflage.
made themselves
Look like what? Their surrounding, the pebbles, the sand and everything. Crabs बाहर आते हैं ना, तो बहुत मुश्किल से दिखते हैं क्योंकि वो अपने आप को सैंड जैसा ही बना देते हैं. First, let me see whether I wrote the correct spelling of camouflage. मेरे को चेक करनी पड़ेगी camouflage की स्पेलिंग, मैंने शायद गलत लिखी है. CAMOUFLAGE. CAMOU.
FLAGE.
CAMOUFLAGE. तो मैंने OU उधर लगाना था, मैंने इधर लगा दिया, गलती हो गई. कैमोफ्लॉज, ये मैंने ठीक किया अभी स्पेलिंग, कैमोफ्लॉज. ओके, सो दैट्स अनदर अडेप्टेशन. हाँ अंजलि बताओ, और डॉल्फिन्स क्या करते हैं? Listen to it again and then tell me.
Themselves in the danger, like the sea crab.
Sea
Few
crab जो है,
animals even use the camouflage to catch the prey. For example, the camouflage helps the shark during hunting. If we look from the top, its back is dark, so it is hard to spot it against the dark sea floor. Now, if we see from the downside, its belly is light in color, so the creature seeing it from below can't spot it against the bright sunlight. Because of this kind of shading, sometimes the shark's prey cannot notice it. This special camouflage is called counter shading.
ओके. नाउ टेल मी अंजलि, क्या क्या कैमोफ्लॉज अब आपने देखे? सो दे डू कैमोफ्लॉज. कैमोफ्लॉज एक फॉर प्रोटेक्शन जो कर रहे हैं वो क्या है? किसका एग्जाम्पल दिया उन्होंने? बोलो अंजलि.
ma'am crab.
Crab का, very good. So the sea crab becomes like its
As
surrounding, so that it cannot be caught. Caught, CAUGHT. What does the dolphin do? Sonia? Sonia, what does the dolphin do? क्या कैमोफ्लॉज करती है वो?
ma'am, that was shark.
हाँ? Shark. That was shark. Okay.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
does the shark do? Okay.
Ma'am, it's used for hunting.
It camouflages itself for hunting. Okay. camouflages itself for hunting. How?
Ma'am, its backside become black.
Huh. Upper back turns black and and
Light color.
lower
Ma'am, lower is
belly remains turns
white
light.
light.
Light. हाँ. So upper black होती है तो cannot be seen against the dark sea. And जो नीचे से light होती है turns light cannot be seen against light. तो किसी को पता ही नहीं चलता कि शार्क आ रही है उनको खाने के लिए. And what is this called? This type of camouflage is called what? Wait, let me ask Asad. Wait. What is it called, Asad? This type of camouflage is called? Is Asad in the class? No, I knew he would have left. Okay, even Harshal has left. Rasik, tell me, this type of camouflage को क्या बोलते हैं? This is called counter shading. क्या बोलते हैं इसको?
काउंटर शेडिंग.
Counter shading. Okay?
हम्म.
तो ये फिर पकड़ लेती है तो सीख रहा है अब अपन मैं पकड़ा ना जाऊं इसलिए अपनी सराउंडिंग जैसा बनता है. शार्क इसलिए पकड़ करती है ताकि वो अपने खा पाए वो पकड़
हंटिंग
पाए.
के लिए,
हाँ
शिकार के
hunting
लिए.
हाँ. ओके आगे चलते हैं.
Some aquatic creatures have special defense technique, like the squids. They shoot the ink-like substance into the water to escape the enemies. And the lionfish, porcupine fish have venomous spines to defend themselves.
So अब
Now,
और कौन
what
सी?
about aquatic plants?
अभी हम एक्वाटिक प्लांट्स का नेक्स्ट टाइम करेंगे पर अभी हमने सिर्फ एनिमल्स का अडेप्टेशन किया है. और भी अभी इसमें कौन सा अडेप्टेशन है? स्क्विड क्या करता है रासिक? स्क्विड गिव्स आउट इंक. उससे उनको क्या होगा? इंक जब वो डालेगा तो दिखेगा ही नहीं उनको, आंख में इंक जाएगी. देन पॉक्यूपाइन का क्या होता है? पॉक्यूपाइन हैज शार्प.
Venomous spine.
हाँ शार्प वेनेमस. वेनेमस का क्या मतलब होता है? स्पाइक्स. वेनेमस होता है जहरीली. फुल ऑफ वेनम. वेनम होता है जहर. तो वेनेमस हुआ जहरीली. जहरीली स्पाइक्स होती हैं उसकी जिससे कि कोई भी उसके पास आता है वो चुबा देती है और वो अपने आप को बचा लेती है. सो दीज आर ऑल डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म्स. व्हाट आर दीज? डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म्स. ओके, understood children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Anjali,
Yes, ma'am.
Sonia.
Ma'am,
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, Palak, what do you want to ask?
ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
It might be silly. Means, all the lake, rivers, those water goes
Hmm.
into the sea, Arabian Sea, like Ganga River and other river. They goes in Arabian Sea. So why doesn't it taste sweet? Means why it is salty?
Why is it faulty? Because over the period it keeps on accumulating lots of minerals. And then it is not a silly question, it's a good question. And don't ever think that you are asking. Whatever comes to your mind, you should always ask. It is never silly. So
Okay.
as it moves over the mountains, rivers, the riverbeds, it keeps on accumulating a lot of minerals. In the mountains, it doesn't have those many minerals. So if you go up high up in the mountains, you'll see the water
मैम
is very sweet. बहुत मीठा पानी होता है. जैसे जैसे प्लेन्स में आते हैं तो थोड़ा खारा होना शुरू हो जाता है, और आगे जाता है टुवर्ड्स द सी, कोस्टल एरियाज, तो इट कीप्स ऑन एक्यूमुलेटिंग मोर एंड मोर मिनरल्स. ऊपर से इरोड होती रहती है, रॉक्स भी इरोड होते हैं, लैंड भी इरोड होती है, तो वो काफी मिनरल्स इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं. देन इट गोज इनटू द सी, और वहां पे तो वैसे ही खारा पानी होता है, उसमें जरा सी एक नदी का मीठा पानी गया भी तो वो खारा ही हो जाएगा
Okay, ma'am.
वैसे. ओके.
Thank
मैम
you,
मेरे
ma'am.
पे क्वेश्चन है.
रासिक, हाँ बोलो रासिक, बोलो क्या कह रहे हो.
मैम ये पानी कहाँ से आया?
वाटर साइकिल नहीं पढ़ा है आपने.
मैम पढ़ा तो है,
हाँ.
बट ये पानी का निर्माण कहाँ से हुआ वो?
जब बिग बैंग थ्योरी हुई थी, तब जब अर्थ बनी थी, तब अर्थ 2/3 पानी ही बनी थी और बाकी की वो लैंड रह गई थी. जब इसके लिए तो बहुत डिटेल में बिग बैंग थ्योरी अगर आप पढ़ोगे ना, बहुत पुरानी
मैम
पुरानी,
शुरुआत कहाँ से हुई थी वो?
मिलियंस ऑफ इयर्स अगो की बात है ये अभी हम वीडियोस भी देख रहे थे इस पे कुछ.
Ma'am, in mythology, it is said that one of the god gave Vardhan.
In mythology, they say that God, what they say in mythology is God wanted to uh, give love to everybody, so it just transformed itself into this. But if you go from the scientific perspective, itni sari, there are millions and millions of galaxies out there in the world जो हमसे कितनी दूर है. अभी रिसेंटली एक टेलीस्कोप उन्होंने भेजा है विच इज कॉल्ड जेम्स वेल्श टेलीस्कोप या ऐसे कुछ उसका नाम है, जो कि बिलियंस एंड बिलियंस पहले की गैलेक्सीज की फोटोज वहां से लेके भेज रहे हैं. उससे पहले हमने हबल टेलीस्कोप डाला था इन द एनवायरमेंट, जहां से स्पेस की हमारे पास आती, तो हमें पता चलता है कि ये वहां पे हो ही रहा है. इतनी सारी गैलेक्सीज हैं, इतने सारे स्टार्स बने हुए हैं, वो सारे आपस में टकराते हैं. कोई टकराता है तो कुछ बनता है, कोई टकराता है कुछ जलता है, कुछ रह जाता है. और अभी वो क्या ट्राई कर रहे हैं, दे आर ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आउट कि कोई और ऐसा प्लैनेट है अर्थ जैसा जहां पे कि लाइफ एग्जिस्ट कर सकती है, जहां हम रह सकते हैं. ऐसा हैबिटेट कहीं पे और है
मैम
कि नहीं है.
जुपिटर.
तो अभी नहीं, अभी उन्होंने उसके लिए जेम्स वेल्श है कि वो कुछ ऐसा ही नाम है, मेरे को याद नहीं, JWT टेलीस्कोप है जो अभी उन्होंने लॉन्च किया है अमेरिका ने, इतनी दूर ताकि वहां से पिक्चर्स आए और उनको पता चले कि क्या हो रहा है वहां पे. कोई ऐसी गैलेक्सी, कोई ऐसा प्लैनेट, कोई ऐसा मिले. अभी जुपिटर वुपिटर कुछ नहीं, अभी तो मून और मार्स पे ही जाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं ना सब. अभी चंद्रायन भी गया हुआ है, वहां पे भी वो ट्राई कर रहे हैं देखने के लिए वेदर लाइफ इज पॉसिबल और नॉट. तो वहां पे जाने का दुख क्या है, ऑल द साइंटिस्ट गो देयर फॉर रिसर्च, देखने के लिए कि वहां पे एग्जिस्टेंस हो भी सकती है कि नहीं हो सकती. अब जैसे अर्थ की ग्रेविटी है तो हम उस पर चल पाते हैं, मून पे जाते हैं तो ग्रेविटी ही नहीं है, ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स ही नहीं है, वहां वो
हवा में
सब ऐसे फ्लाई करते रहते हैं हवा में. सो देयर आर डिफरेंट कंडीशंस इन डिफरेंट प्लेसेस. तो इसको बोलते हैं, जब बिग बैंग हुआ था मिलियंस एंड मिलियंस ऑफ इयर्स अगो, तब से बना हुआ. और अर्थ का ऐसा फॉर्मेशन हो गया कि 2/3 वाटर आ गया उस पे, बाकी का लैंड रह गया. मगर ऑक्सीजन भी आया, सब आया, तो हम लोग यहाँ पे जीव जंतु सरवाइव कर सकते हैं. जीव जंतु ही हैं हम भी, बाकी भी ऑल क्रीचर्स कैन एक्चुअली को एग्जिस्ट ऑन दिस प्लैनेट. ओके,
यस मैम.
Ma'am,
अंडरस्टूड?
I have
एनीथिंग
one
एल्स?
question.
यस.
Water is a universal solvent, no? So, why doesn't Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati river mix into each other?
Mixing to
It
each
meets,
other.
yes, it
They
meets at one point,
they meet
Prayagraj,
at
but
one point. Yes, they when they meet, Peter, they meet because they are coming from different terrains, उनका आप देखोगे the color of the water also is different for all the rivers because they
Yes,
are
ma'am.
coming from different terrains. So you can see them merging. You can see
Yes,
them
ma'am.
merging. So the merging point you can see. But once they merge together, they go together as one only later. They actually merge. वो पॉइंट पे हमें अलग अलग नजर आता है, बट अभी अगर हम एक कप में पानी रखा है और उसमें इंक डालेंगे तो एक पॉइंट पे तो पहले वो इंक दिखेगी, देन इट विल स्लोली स्टार्ट डिसॉल्विंग एंड द वाटर विल बिकम ब्लू, राइट? वैसे
Yes, ma'am.
वो अलग अलग आ रहे हैं, दे आर मीटिंग टुगेदर एंड देन दे आर गोइंग अहेड, then they merge together as one. तो ये सारी गंगा भी तो अलकनंदा और पता नहीं कौन सी रिवर्स आके
ब्रह्मपुत्र।
इकट्ठे मिलती हैं. ब्रह्मपुत्र इज अ सेपरेट रिवर. वो मिलती हैं तब एक गंगा बनती है. सो दे आर एक्चुअली मर्जिंग. ओके.
Means with the water, the color still remains different, separate.
No,
Like
no. For a little while it will remain. Then it becomes the same. And then when it mixes with the more ocean, then it becomes the color of the ocean. शुरू में
yes,
होता है. That's why I'm saying once you put ink in water, you'll see it will slowly dissolve in water. Then only the color will change and it will change to one color only. Similarly,
yes,
अब जिसका भी ज्यादा strong color होएगा वो वाला color retain हो जाएगा and the river will move ahead. Okay?
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, but it is said that Saraswati River, it doesn't flow ahead like at one point. I don't know that nahi. Some name is that क्या city का name? I don't remember that name, but uh, the river doesn't flow ahead
It
at
it's
that
because
specific point.
it merges with something, no? Does it merge?
No, it just stops. It doesn't flow only.
Really? Let me check. Saraswati. Saraswati River?
Yes, ma'am.
Then makes a delta?
मथुरा
Uh,
में होता है, ये मिलते हैं।
Does it make a delta? It is
ma'am,
the
I don't know.
it is a tributary of let's read it together. Let's see. Saraswati River. इतना सारा पढ़ने को नहीं मैं बोलती तुमको. वेट, ऐसे ही कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे. सरस्वती रिवर फॉर्मली हाँ बंगाल जाती है ना तो डेल्टा बनता है वहां पे. वो पानी जो है इट गेट्स एब्सॉर्ब्ड इन द ग्राउंड वाटर इज व्हाट आई कैन फील. ठीक है. तो वो वहां पे एक डेल्टा बन जाता है. बंगाल वैसे भी डेल्टा है ना. डेल्टा क्या होता है? नदी के किनारे का बड़ा वैसा वाला एरिया. व्हाट इज अ डेल्टा? डू यू नो व्हाट अ डेल्टा इज?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, व्हाट इज
It
इट?
is delta. It is like dal all the uh,
हाँ
where all the
हाँ.
sediments get uh, what all the sediments it just stops there and the water
They
only the
yes,
water.
they just stay there. They stay there, right? So Saraswati
Okay.
River का यही बोलते हैं that it has delinked itself from the source. तो continuity उसकी source से जो है वो खत्म हो गई है, इसलिए वो dry up हो गई है.
Yes. Okay, ma'am.
ये देखो मैं पढ़ रही हूँ, आपके सामने ही पढ़ रही हूँ. Because of tectonic disturbances. तो टेक्टोनिक अलकनंदा की ट्रिब्यूटरी है सरस्वती. टेक्टोनिक डिस्टर्बेंसेस क्या होती हैं? अर्थ में जो चेंजेस आते हैं. अर्थ इज ऑल्सो कंटिन्यूसली मूविंग. रॉक्स नीचे है ना अर्थ के, सेडिमेंट्री रॉक्स अलग अलग तरह के. तो वो प्लेट्स जो हैं अर्थ के नीचे वाली वो भी मूव कर रही हैं. उसकी वजह से उसका जो लिंकेज है विद अलकनंदा वो उसका खत्म हो गया. तो जब वो खत्म हो गया वो लिंकेज, तो क्या होगा? when that linkage is stopped, पानी आ ही नहीं रहा है क्योंकि अब उसका जो रास्ता था अलकनंदा का वो ही बंद हो गया. तो फिर पानी तो सूखेगा ही, बिकॉज सन तो है ही ऊपर. वो सूखता जा रहा है सूखता जा रहा है. तो सरस्वती रुक गई. ठीक है. डू
Okay,
यू
ma'am.
अंडरस्टैंड? हाँ.
Yes, ma'am.
That could be a reason which I've just seen in front of you. And the other thing I felt was because it's going into Bengal, it's also got merged with the Delta region. So वहां पे भी पानी कुछ तो ग्राउंड वाटर में एब्जॉर्ब हो गया होगा, ग्राउंड में कुछ धूप से उड़ गया, तो और उसका लिंकेज जो है सोर्स से। पानी कहाँ से आता है? अभी हमारे नलके में पानी आता है तो टैंक से कनेक्शन होता है तब पानी आता है। अगर टैंक से कनेक्शन ही नहीं होगा तो नलके में पानी नहीं आएगा। सिमिलरली ये ट्रिब्यूटरीज जो होती हैं, इसका लिंकेज किससे? अलकनंदा से, सरस्वती का। अब बिकॉज ऑफ टेक्टोनिक डिस्टर्बेंसेस क्या हुआ कि इसका जो ये लिंक था पाइप का, ये इधर आ गई, सरस्वती इधर को हो गई और ये इधर रह गई। तो अब ये पानी आगे फ्लो कर रहा है अलकनंदा का, इसमें आ ही नहीं रहा। ओके,
Okay, ma'am.
अंडरस्टूड?
यस
Yes, ma'am.
मैम।
ओके, और
Yes,
कुछ किसी ने पूछना है?
यस मैम।
हाँ पूछो।
मैम एलियन होते हैं क्या?
एलियंस तो हम किसको बोलते हैं एलियन को बेटा?
मैम जो वो दूसरी जगह में रहते हैं।
हाँ,
Yeah,
जो जो हमारे जैसे नहीं होते हैं हम उनको एलियंस बोलते हैं, वो कहीं और से आ रहे हैं। हो भी सकता है एग्जिस्ट करते हो कहीं ना कहीं पे, डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ पीपल। वो सारा ही तो मैं जो बोल रही थी, टेलीस्कोप्स डालें हमने, सैटेलाइट्स आगे डालें टू फाइंड आउट अबाउट ऑल दीज थिंग्स। तो
तो मैम वो
साइंटिस्ट
प्रूफ
ये
हुआ है?
रिसर्च कर रहे हैं। हाँ,
प्रूफ हुआ कि नहीं कि एलियन है कि नहीं?
I have no idea whether it is they actually exist or not. हो सकता है exist भी करते हो, मेरे को properly नहीं पता है। But उसके लिए research is still on. Okay? तो वो पता कर रहे हैं हर चीज का।